Hello! It has officially been a week. We are on day 7 of a Proverb A Day, and I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited to talk with you and get into this chapter. This is going to be another short one. I took very minimal notes, but let's just go ahead. Let's get started. We're going to read the chapter, we're going to go over the notes, and then we're going to apply it to life. So, I'm going to go ahead and just read the full chapter. Just kidding, I'm going to break it down like I've been doing. Okay, so verse 1 says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye." So have great affection for the laws. Have great affection for like the things that you know that you should be doing, right? Like keep it as something like the apple of your eye is something that you are very proud of. It's something that you want to honor, you want to treat well, you want to abide by. So do that with the commandments, do that with the laws, the rules, and things that were expressed. Do that with the wisdom that we've learned. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. And I looked up kinswoman because I wanted to make sure, and it basically just means like relative. So when I read that, I'm like, okay, so you should be familiar with wisdom and with understanding. Like you should have a very close relationship with those things, with those qualities, and with those traits. Another thing that was really interesting was wisdom. I looked up the definition of wisdom, and obviously it means like wise and stuff like that. But another definition of it was war. And I was like, okay, like it means skill in war. My bad. And I was like, okay, and that makes sense because when you have wisdom, you are able to apply it to things. And I said this the other day, but I'm a firm believer everything is spiritual, okay? And one of the things that we are called here to do, like we are called here to love each other, to be kind to one another. We are called here to, bring people back to God. We're called here to serve. And another thing that we're called here to do is fight the good fight. And it's important to have wisdom when you're fighting the good fight, so you know the tools that you need to slay the enemy, right? So I thought that was really, really interesting. And so where are we at? 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. So this chapter is about adultery. We've been talking about adultery like the past 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. This is the 3rd day. And I've been like referring to the strange woman as sin. But today I want to just look at it for what it is, and then I want to also refer back to it and kind of apply it to real life situations. Which this is a real life situation because people be out here stepping out on people all the time and sleeping with strange people, but that's not my business, nor my cross to bear. So they that may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through the casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. Passing through the street near her corner, he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. So, verses 7 through 10, it's basically just talking about how Buddy was not minding his business. And Saul looked out the window and was like, oh, there's a young one. He ain't wise. He about to go see a girl. He about to go do something he got no business doing, right? And so 11 to 12 says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. And it's just describing this young woman, and just describing what her character is at this point. In 13 through 20, so she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, which I looked up impudent, and it means with a strong face. So in my head, like, this is how it went down. She was like, look. I mean, she probably said it trying to be like sexy or something, right? Look, I done made this bed, okay? I got the fragrance on. I got the linens laid out. My husband ain't there. Pull on up. We about to get there. But like, in my head, that's what she was like, meaning business. She said, this is what's gonna happen, okay? So she said, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my beds with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Okay, she's trying to set the mood. Come, let us fill our love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the goodman is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. So first of all, she is telling all of her business, okay? Something you should never do is let somebody know that you at home by yourself. You don't know people. You don't know their heart, okay? You do not know what they got going. And she over here saying, look, the man of the house ain't home, baby. Let me put it on you. Let me put it on you, okay? And so she's like, you know, like I said, she's let him know this is what it is. You with it or you with it. And buddy, poor baby. So, because she was slick at the mouth, okay? It says, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straight away, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, and as a fool to the correction of the stocks. So a young man went with her, okay? He don't realize he literally is on his way to his death, right? It says, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. And so he doesn't realize, the young man, I said earlier, he's not wise. And so he doesn't realize that, like, he's making a bad bed, okay? He's making a bad bed. He's walking into his death. Like, how sad, right? So, and so, like, he goes, you know, I'm gonna guess they do what they need to do, right? And so it's just saying, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways, go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. And so when I read that, I'm like, okay, so this is something that sis does often. Like, she's literally for the streets, okay? Y'all read it. She literally was out there on the street and caught the man and said, look, let me tell you about it, okay? So she's for the street. She's for everybody. And me applying this to my life, because again, I am not married and I'm not out here sleeping with nobody's nobody, because what? But if you are, that is your business, and you need to take that to God. That don't got nothing to do with me, okay? But applying this to my life, again, I compare the woman to sin. And so sin is tempting. Sin has a sly mouth. It's going to convince you that what you're doing isn't bad. It's going to convince you that what you're doing is what you should be doing, and that it feels right and ooh, right? And something that I appreciated in the verse was it literally, or in the book towards the end, I think it's verse 26, when it says, like, this woman, she's got many wounded men, okay? Like, she has wrangled in many a sad boy types, okay? And strong men too. And so, like, sin preys on you when you're weak, yeah, but sin is also going to try to get you when you're strong. Like, when you're stepping into your power, sin's going to be like, oh, I can get him. And if you fall prey to it, like, obviously we serve a very gracious, forgiving, merciful God, because his mercies are new every day. So you can obviously repent, but know that when you repent, repenting means you're not going to go back and do it again. Repenting means a genuine, I'm sorry. A genuine, I don't want to live this life. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be out there. Like, if you out here with other people's husbands and other people's wives, and you repent and you say, God, I'm not going to live that life anymore. God, clean me. God, make me anew. God, restore my heart. Make my heart pliable for you. Make me whole in you, God. Like, you're saying all this. You need to mean all of this, right? And you need to keep yourself from going back into those situations. Keep yourself from going back into those sinful places. And obviously, it's not in our own strength. Like, if we can do it by ourselves, come on. So we can't. We just can't. And that is amazing, because in our weakness is God's strength, right? And he can really show up and show out in the places where we really be like, look, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know how this is gonna work. But yeah, so that's what I got today. Today is day 7. I'm so happy that I get to do this with you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that I get to come on here and just talk about God, because that is one of my favorite things to talk about. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything y'all want to let me know, please feel free to message me. My Instagram, because I don't think YouTube messages. So on my Instagram, message me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, because I really do not be on social media like that. But it may look like I do, but I schedule my post, okay? But you guys have a good one. Y'all have an absolutely amazing day. I love you all so much. Y'all stay real. Y'all stay blessed, okay, out here. Y'all stay guarded, okay? Put on that full armor of God. Don't play with it. All right, I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Goodbye.